Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Not Another Mom podcast. It's time to take that mom hat off because this is after hours and I'm making you off the clock. This podcast is here to help you know your worth because damn girl, you're a goddess who deserves to live the life of your dreams. I'm your host, Lesley Sprague, and we talk everything from manifesting to motherhood. Yes, those little monkeys will still creep in here or there. Spirituality to girl talk with your besties, and from business to finding that balance in life. I'm here to remind you that you are worth it. Life gets to be easy for you, and your dreams really can come true. So grab your favorite glass of wine, craft beer, or if you're a whiskey and diet kind of girl, grab that and let's get this show on the road. Hey beauties, and welcome back to the Not Just Another Mom podcast. I am your host, Lesley, and as always, I am so grateful that you are here with me this week. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about level up energy. And this has recently been popping up in my life in a few different ways. Definitely with my clients as we're encroaching on the end of the year, they definitely want to level themselves up and hit 2023 with a bang. But one of the things we were chatting about this sort of similar thing with my daughter the other day because she said after one of her hockey games that she wants to be the player on the ice that the other team wants to stop. Like they know they need to stop and shut her down. So she wanted to be that player. So that was her goal. So now, she doesn't take, and like I have to figure out how to encroach this on her because whenever we talk about it, she begins to immediately shut down because she thinks that we are criticizing her or that we're telling her that she isn't good, and that's not the case at all. What I said to her the other day was that if you want to be that player on the ice, then you have to play differently than you did yesterday, for example, because you have to show up at that different level for yourself. You have to do things that you don't normally do in order to get the different results. And I don't know why the thoughts of like a video game also popped into my head when I was explaining this to her. I go, think of this as like unlocking a new level. You have to do things differently. And it's the same for us in our life and in our business. If we want to show up at a different level, we have to do things differently. And that includes energetically. If we aren't taking care of our energetic bodies and clearing away the crap that no longer serves us, how are we going to be able to vibrate differently at the next level? So this has been something that I have been working on with my clients, and I was doing a goal setting session with one of my clients, and we were looking at all the different goals that she had for herself and her business. And we looked at how, if it was an energetic match. And the way we did that is we looked at it through the lens of energy. And we were comparing, okay, when you think of this goal, do you think of it as equal to you, beneath you, or above you? And when you have something that is above you or beneath you, you need to shift something in order to meet it where it's at. Or you're always going to be looking up at it. If it's above you, for example, you're always going to be looking up at that goal as, oh my gosh, it's so out of reach. How am I going to get there? You need to recalibrate your energy, match your energetic frequency to that goal and to the higher level self that you need to be when you're at that goal. And it was so interesting because afterwards she said to me, she goes, I feel like I have just opened up a whole new channel. We did a huge session with her and recalibrating and matching frequencies so that she could show up for the level of herself that she is wanting to become. And it actually wiped her on her ass for a little bit yesterday. So take a note of what goals you have. This is the time of year where we start beginning to think of goals and we start refocusing. So take the time and do this for yourself, because I am feeling more and more called that this is time for your emergence. It's time for you to rise. And I know you have only just scratched the surface of what you are being called to do. And I know that you are being called for more. And I know you can feel it too. So this is your calling and your invocation to go deeper. This is your time to allow yourself to fully surrender. Because when we are doing our own work, we don't allow ourselves to go deep. We don't allow ourselves to be vulnerable, to really tap in to the issues that are holding us back. And that holds us back in so many more ways than we even realize. So this is why I firmly believe in connecting to your self and to connecting to those transformations inside you. When you allow yourself to surrender and to be the student, to be led, you are able to reach new depths that you wouldn't be able to reach on your own. When you deepen your connection to the universe, you are able to ascend higher and rise higher than you ever thought. So this is your invocation. Whether you are looking for help with this or not, take some time and reflect on this. Take a moment, journal out what your goals are for 2023 and how do you feel in relation to those goals? Do they feel achievable? Do they feel like there is something that is holding you back? Maybe you know what it is and maybe you don't, but it doesn't really matter either way. Just reflect on that. And then how can you make yourself feel in alignment with that goal? Because if you're constantly looking at it down the road that it's never going to be achievable and it feels so far out, it's going to stay that far out. But you have the power to collapse time and bring your results in faster. This is what I teach my one-on-one clients all the time. This is what I am teaching inside Alchemy. That is my newest group program. It is energy maintenance for your soul's ascension. You guys, if you are looking for help with this, send me a DM on Instagram and let's get this started. Thank you so much for tuning in this week, you guys, and we will see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. If you love this episode, will you do me a favor and help spread the love? Go ahead and leave a 5-star review and share this episode on your Insta stories. If we aren't yet connected on Instagram, come follow me at Lesley & Co. XO. And since everybody spells my name wrong, that's Lesley & Co. XO. And leave me a line and say hi. Have an amazing day, beautiful, and we'll catch you next week.